What's up, guys? It's morning, the sun's just coming up, and this morning I'm really hungry and I'm gonna be making a over the campfire cast iron breakfast skillet, and so I'm excited to do this. I'm gonna start a campfire back there, let it burn down a little bit. I'm gonna get some deer sausage, cook that up. I'm gonna put in some hash browns and try to crisp them up, cook them up a little bit, and then put some eggs on top and then some cheese to top it all off. Should be good. It's kind of a good one to do out here over the campfire. You can do it all in one pan. So let's see how this goes, and I'm excited to eat it if nothing else. So let's get started. Okay, I got some leftovers from the fire I put out last night, so I'm just gonna put a fire starter down here, light it, and build up a little log cabin style fire so that I can cook over it. Alright, got our trusty cast iron skillet. I'll let this burn down and pull some of the coals over here. And then I'm just gonna drop this right on the coal. It's a little bit smoky, but we're gonna go with it anyway. Got some butter. Oh no, I lost my butter. Alright, first things first, we're going to cook the sausage. So I mentioned I've got my family's homemade venison sausage, so I'm going to cut that open and we'll cook that first. It's a lot of sausage. Might end up being too much for my pan. We'll see. Alright, so our sausage is looking pretty cooked now, and originally I was just going to go straight to adding the hash browns in here, which you could do, but my package of sausage there was bigger than I remembered, so I'm actually going to take, I'm just going to go ahead and take the sausage out and then cook the hash browns and then put a portion of the sausage back in before I cook in the eggs. So, gotta put my gloves on and don't burn myself. Public service announcement: if you try to do this yourself, you probably want to use hot pads instead of gloves. My hand's starting to get hot on that, and also a lot of gloves have like plastic pieces. All of mine have fallen off, so it's like mostly just cloth here, so it's not gonna melt, I think, but even so, I would be better off wearing oven mitts on my hands or something like that, so don't try this at home, kids. I'm gonna put a little bit more butter in here, and then I'm gonna throw in my hash browns. Okay, maybe I was lying when I said a little bit of butter. Why not? Why not throw in all the butter? Okay, we don't need that much butter. Now time to add some hash browns. You could do this with other type of potatoes too if you wanted to, obviously, but I like the hash browns. Okay, hash browns. So the hash browns didn't quite crisp as much as I would have liked them to. There's a tray. train over there. We're close to a train track. Anyway, the hash browns didn't crisp as much as I would have normally liked, and you can see here on the bottom, I kind of made the mistake of getting some of the potato-y chunks stuck, and yeah, so I'm gonna have to clean that out of my pan later. But I still want to eat breakfast, so you know, you live and learn and you move on, right? So I'm gonna put a little bit more butter in the pan to help deal with some of this once I get the eggs in there, and then I'm gonna put sausage in, and I'm gonna keep cooking. There's an airplane too. Alright, now I'm gonna mix eggs in here, and then I'll dump them in. See if I can impress you with a one-hander. Ah, look at that. Cooking expert. Eggs. Alright, now this is kind of the final step here. Mix in the eggs. You gotta stir this a lot to make sure you don't get a bunch of burnt eggs on the sides. The nice thing about adding the eggs last too is that the fire will probably have died down a little bit more, and so it's not quite as hot as when you did the sausage and the potato, so hopefully that'll help me out here. You can also add any seasoning you might want. I'm just gonna add a little bit of black pepper to this. Alright, these eggs are starting to look pretty cooked, and now I'm just gonna put the topper on. I got some Colby Jack cheese over here that I'm gonna put on there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you can probably see from the pan, this pan's gonna be hard to clean out after this, but hey, you know, we're outside, we're cooking, we're having a good time, so it's worth a little bit of effort in the post-eating cleaning. So, you know, you live and you deal with it. So here's my cheese. Oh, it's cheddar Jack cheese, not Colby Jack cheese. Alright, I'm just going to dump a bit on here and let it melt on top. And then I'm going to have myself a perfectly decent campfire cooked one pan breakfast. Just wait until you see how this looks once the cheese is melty. You'll be very jealous. Alright, I'll lift this up to the camera so you can see it a little better, but I got my finishing touches of the cheese on now, and there you go. That's what it looks like. My venison sausage, my hash browns, the eggs, the cheese. Yeah, looks pretty good. We're gonna go eat it. Cool, so we ended up getting this. Some decent looking sausages. I'll try it here. It tastes like a perfectly good egg scramble. So yeah, I'm gonna eat the rest of this. If you enjoyed this video about cooking outside, then I encourage you to subscribe to our channel. We've got more outdoor videos like this one every week, and I'm talking with my mouth full, so don't be like me. Alright, see you guys in the next one.